Hello. Welcome. Hope that you all are doing well, swell. Your enemies are in hell or experiencing it. Either way it goes, I hope that you feel like glimmering gold, glimmering gold, glimmering gold. My Minnesota accent got me. Anywho, anyhow, any motherfucking way, I am Latisse. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining. Welcome back. All the good things, all the good vibes. Okay, so just to get into it, as you can see from the title, this is going to be a new moon reading, our final new moon of this year. But whenever you're watching it, as always, I'm going to need to tighten this real quick. Okay. But as I was starting, and I didn't watch anything for it, and I literally, got to work, cleanse my energy, cleanse myself, cleanse the home to prepare for the reading. So wasn't watching anything. But it's that little sound I kept hearing it. Throw it in a windmill circle. Really like a hurdle. Ah, that's what I kept hearing, and it's like that little loop on repeat. Um, Beforehand, and it's like this excitement, this joy, this liberation that you're looking to experience. This it's a burp like trapped, and that's kind of what the spirit is saying. It's kind of like that. It kind of feels like you're ready for liberation. You're ready for freedom. You're ready for freedom. I heard them book them and read them. But you're ready for freedom. You're ready for growth. You're ready for perpetual understanding, which those two words should not go together if you know what perpetual means. But yeah, but it's a lot of this trying to center yourself energy and truly get back into it with this ease of freedom and alignment and taking it in, which lines up with beforehand. I was checking something and just like, okay, let me check it, make sure it's done, make sure nothing's going to interrupt me before I go ahead and fully start. And then I didn't check something. It's not important for me to check right now. Like, I don't need to check right now. It's not important. And I was like, whew, well, let me check it to ease my anxiety. And I pulled myself back, literally said out loud, I said, hold on. I said my name. I said, so what happens, Latisse, like when you can't go check to ease your anxiety? Yes, you can check right now and it'll ease your anxiety and you'll be fine. But what happens when you cannot go check something to ease your anxiety, to ease that questioning? Ashe, to ease, that like, huh, I gotta make sure, and it's something like, okay, I know I did it, I just don't know how much it was, or because it's in regards to a tip, just to kind of tell the background. It's in regards to tip, and I'm like, I know I tipped. I just like, how much should I tip? And like I don't remember. So it's like it's not something I need to check now. It's not something that's going to impact me now or even in the next 24 hours. You know. So it's like, hold on, take a moment, take a breath, and not even if it isn't going to affect me. I was like, hold on, even if it isn't going to affect me, right in the next 24 hours or at all. It's like still calm yourself because you may not have that information, you may not have that knowledge. And it really did line up with this kind of overall energy. I haven't used this deck in so long with you guys and with myself either, honestly. And it's the Crystal Sound Healing Oracle. And as I was pulling out the cards, because I know I wanted to use the moon cards, and so as I was pulling out the cards and setting it up, and I was like, I pulled out this deck. I was like, I haven't used you in a while. And so I was like excited about that. Because I love when a deck calls to be used, and when some decks are currently resting right now. And so it just got this overall energy. I'm like, what's the overall energy for the collective? And it fell on the floor. And even before I even chose the color of the card, I was getting ready again. I like to make sure that everything is aesthetically appealing. Okay, it's the Libra and Mars. I like things to be, because if I'm going to be focused and intentional with it, it's gotta look good. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Anyway, back before we know on. But I changed into this shirt. I was like, okay, I like this one better. For the energy of tonight, I can feel I'm gonna want this one versus the other shirt. And then I shuffled the cards. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Let's shuffle the cards. And right, okay. And the overall energy for you guys is Larimar. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. And we also got Rose Quartz. I'm kind of feeling like no, I'm not. Thank you. Just reminded me of that. So charm throwing can be significant. Bone throwing, crowry show, or stone throwing. Something in regards to throwing. I'm hearing throwing dice. I'm hearing throwing money. So it's in regards to something where you're following your intuition and you're able to just kind of again release, let free. It's this really this pool of liberation, wanting to reroute your nervous system, reroute your body, not just your routine, not just the outside. Like I said, it's great, but I did all that after I set up the energy, right? I started getting ready, prepared, and how it would look after I set up the energy. And that's kind of the mood that you're moving. It's like, let me set up my energy. Let me set up my nervous system. Let me set up my body. And so you're currently moving in that energy. We have grace, respect, and emotional healing is what you guys are stepping into and accepting for this new moon energy. And I love that because it's this divine opening that is allowing yourself to enhance and entice your life with something that is more exciting, something that is more, I'm hearing less frugal because it's kind of like I did with the tip. Like I know I tipped, I just don't know how much I tip, and that's kind of the energy that you're gonna be pulling. Like, yeah, I know I spend money, I don't know how. It's like I don't need to check everything all the time, even if it is something like that, because I know I'm covered. I know I make wise decisions. I know how to balance my books. It's things like that where it's like because of what I implemented in those routines, it's like I don't need to think about it. And so it allows you to calm yourself. And so with this grace being the first word, I have to step back. That is grace in action. It's not just saying, okay, give yourself grace. Grace is not just time. Grace is not just space. It's in those moments where you're feeling anxiety, when you're going to do something. How do you talk yourself down? Is it out of shame? Like, girl, you ain't got to check that right now. Calm down. That energy is already too high and intense. How is that going to calm down versus saying, hey, Letitia, you don't got to take that right now. That's not important. And what are you going to do when you can't check it? So let's go ahead and start practicing now. That is grace. That is the respect for your body and that opening. That is that emotional healing of recognizing I don't need to yell at myself. I don't like being yelled at when I was a kid. And it kind of reminds me of that saying, I love when I'm just channeling, getting in there. It reminds me of that saying of when people are like, you don't talk to me like a kid. And sometimes I still be saying that, like, damn, I don't want to say that. Because when people say they don't want to be talked to like a kid, it's usually when they feel disrespected. It's usually when somebody's yelling at them. It's usually when somebody's over talking them. It's usually when somebody is treating them in a way, like I said, that is disrespectful, that is full of shame, that is full of disregard. Like, you're not going to treat me like a kid. You're not going to talk to me like I'm your kid. Or in this kind of, what do they call that? What do they call that? Not, oh my goodness, what is that word? Condescending. Oh, thank you. Ashe. That's probably where I got the preemptive questioning and inquisitive. Is this energy. It's like, you're not going to talk to me like that. But it's like, why would you talk to a child like that? Why would you build up their nervous system, their body, their environment, their energy to respond to that when it didn't make you comfortable? It doesn't make you comfortable. Just because it's the first reaction doesn't mean it should be the first impulse. And I feel like that's currently what you're learning with this Rose Quartz coming in here, which is about self-love. People always like to say Rose Quartz is a softer version of Malachite. And if you know what Malachite is, Malachite comes in and it's like, you want some change, some shift in your life? It is. But Rose Quartz is a little bit more subtle with it, because instead of like Malachite is like your whole life in you, Rose Quartz is like all of you. It's like pulling it up. It's like pushing it out. It's putting it on the table so you can see everything that has been kind of layered. So that way you can actually look at it in a sense that is more opening, right? I keep saying opening. I keep saying freedom. I keep saying liberation. It feels like maybe you're trapped. I'm seeing now, what is it? The Hermit card, this Virgo energy where you have to feel like you have to structure in a way to make it work, and you don't have to all the time, especially when you know that the things that need to be structured already are. And so it's in this sense of recognizing how you're moving, and it's just like, okay, if I don't like those things, I don't need to accept those things just because I was raised off of those things, just because that's the societal environment, just because, no. And I also don't need to do that with others. And so it's taking that understanding and time. It's like, how am I treating self? How am I recognizing self? Let's see if we can get one more. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, okay, hold on. It's like a lot at once. There we go. No, it's not you either. It's you. Thank you. I'm ready. Okay. Ooh, I love it. 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 Let's go ahead and flip these over. Okay. Trying to feel out the energy of where these should go. It's hilarious because I put on these earrings today, my little skeletons. I was like, it feels very deathly around here in like a, tarot type of way. Like very deathly around here. And it's a lot of these like almost opening energies happening where it's like it's leading to something that is a new growth, a new life. Okay, I got it set up how I want. Thank you. So it's 2, 3, 2. Okay, 2 going horizontal. Diagonal. What the fuck is the other word? Vertical. Oh my God. A lot of forgetting one particular word. What is happening here? I shit. We got vertical 2, vertical 3, and horizontal 2 this way. Okay, it's kind of set up like this, almost like a story. So in here, and it's so hilarious. It says indigo platinum. And it's crazy because it kind of looks golden. I think we have a gold one in here or something close. It's a lot of things that are very similar to gold. And I kept saying glimmer gold, glimmer gold. My fucking Minnesota accent in the beginning. But it's kind of looks like this gold color, essentially. But it's this indigo platinum. And it says intuition, authenticity, and alignment. And it's almost like your starter cards. Yes, this is your overall energy, the first card that I read. But this is like your starter cards for why that is your overall energy, for why you are embodying that right now, for why your environment is a reflection of what you are trying to embody actively and trying to embody. Ashe. And then you have Moldavite. Okay? Moldavite. Again, this kind of gold essence, almost like these circular wheels, almost like eyes peering in. This looks like the eye of, the little Ferris wheel owl. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. If you know, you don't look up Ferris wheel eye. Okay, that's what it looks like. And these also look like eyes. So it's like you have been peering into yourself. And so with this coming in here, it says synchronicities, chakra activating, and transcendence. Again, this is why you are moving the way you're moving, acting the way you're acting, because of what you have been seeing inside of yourself. This intuition, like I said, it's this feeling of easing that, of recognizing, like, I know I've done this. So let me calm myself in a moment of a challenge or when I am triggered, or not even triggered, when I'm just notched off at the moment or off balance, whatever it is. And especially with this synchronicities coming in here and alignment coming up, it's again, it's like it's almost like telling a story. Intuition, chakra activation, okay, authenticity, transcending. You are transcending, like I said, these societal norms, because we get to this middle right under the rose quartz. We got activate strength and life force. Another gold, this gold energy. When they say, I ain't got the jewelry on me, bitch, I got the jewelry in me. It's that energy. It's the gold inside of yourself, the energy inside of yourself that is activated, that is allowing you to pull through. That active strength, like I said, you are actively trying, you are actively doing, you are actively taking those moments instead of like, oh, I'm going to give myself grace next time, or I should have given myself grace in this moment, I'll do it, or this is the way, or changing it. When I was just like, you know what? Moving the body. We got ancient chi. Chi again is that chakra, your life force, your energy. Is like everything is connected. Nothing is off balance. Nothing is off kiltered. And I love that sometimes it feels that way, but I feel like I always like to say sometimes if you off balance, you might be falling over. You know, it feels like you might be falling over. I'm seeing that. What is it, that show Wipeout, when he had to like balance on those big balls and running and stuff? It's almost like you feel like you've been running a Wipeout obstacle course. Like, I'm this tried to knock me out and this tried to knock me out. And you may have fell in the water a few times, but it was that cleansing, that rework to be able to see, okay, this is not what I do. This is not the what path I take. Now this is how quickly I need to go. So it's taking that in and it's activating that for you, because we literally have charcoal under that, which is hilarious. I've been taking activated charcoal pills. So that can be a sign, again, this Virgo energy of really caring about self, but doing it in a way that is differently. We have cleansing, clearing, and releasing negativity. Like I said, diving into that wipeout water, getting that situation. It has been, I'm hearing tedious. I'm hearing, I almost feel like myself was a tedious project, but I'm not a project, because that means that there's an end result that I'm looking to, and I'm forever growing. I'm forever learning. I'm forever evolving. I'm forever changing. I'm forever making mistakes. I'm forever failing. I'm forever growing. It's that sense of recognizing, if it's going to happen forever, I'm not a project. There's no fucking handy mandy. It's just me, the life that I'm choosing to live. And I always like to say, this is coming up very strong. You choose the people in your life. If you are like, okay, we're going to be in a relationship, that means that you are not accepting this person to be involved in your life to some aspect in some way. If you are accepting that job, they're going to be in your business somehow, some way, in some aspect, and you're going to be involved in theirs. They're going to be a part of your life. It's going to be a part of your story. It's going to be a part of your, for some of you, the relationship's genetic makeup. This is going to tell something that precedes you. That's the right word, I believe. That goes past you. And so with this cleansing, this releasing, this clearing, this tapping into your true core of self, this healing and this growth is having you almost question structure removed. That's hilarious. What did I say in the beginning? I said book them and read them. And I'm talking about your story. Book them and read them. I love when those little, okay, that's random, turns out. Book them and read them. And I'm seeing the magicians where they all have their own book in the library. And the librarian was like, I typically don't let people read their own book because they typically don't like the protagonist. And the protagonist in your own book will be who? You. So it's a sense of you recognizing, like, no, I want to read my book and I want to read their book too, because if you're in my life, we're going to be creating stories together, pages together, chapters together, a life together. And so we're figuring this out. I haven't got to these yet because this is almost like a future energy that you are just going to be, oh, I love it. You're already almost there. Well, I'll let it say you're already almost, people like, you're there already, you're there. No, you're already almost there. If you can get it, you got it. You're already almost there. Ashe. So keep trusting in this intuition. Keep healing. Keep allowing yourself those moments. Keep recognizing, why am I saying that? Why would that make sense? Why would I even do that? And it reminds me of, like, it's this thing of really just resetting yourself from how you were raised. It reminds me of when I was sometimes I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and clean the dishes. Let me go ahead and I really had to like sit down with myself and be like, hey, Latice, you're not gonna get a whooping because you didn't clean the dishes. This is your home. And I have to like do that. Like, not now, I'm kind of better than now. um, but it's like, you don't have to do that. You won't get in trouble. It's okay, because I live with obviously 6 to 7 people at every other time, not including myself. The house looked more than lived in sometimes. And so I have to remind myself, like, hey, it's okay for it to live in because you're living here. Calm down. You'll clean it. You know you'll clean it. You know you'll get it done. You know, even if you don't get it now, it won't be. So it's, again, this talking to yourself. Be like, hey, do we really have to rush our bodies just because our mind is going there, or can we calm down our mind to match our body? Again, with this balance coming in here, this getting yourself on this equilibrium, which is hilarious, because equilibrium can be tapped back into with sound. So the fact that you got sound pulling into you here and saying, keep vibrating on this frequency of sound that you are creating, while at the same time, let's get you back into this mode for future projections. Like projector. I'm hearing Beyonce now, but also like human design projector and projections, but also like movie projections. But also with this eye energy, this third eye energy, thank you, Spirit. It's just, I love it. This third eye energy coming in is like you are like seeing an actual projection coming outward. It reminds me of the episode off of That's So Raven when they were able to pull her visions onto the actual big screen. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I could do it in my dreams. That would be so fucking amazing. So it's kind of like you're able to project what you have been seeing into reality. And that's why they want you to tap into this. And copper is really good for grounding. Like, oh, I cannot wait to get me some copper again, like a copper bracelet. Like right now I'm having these because obviously fake jewelry is copper. But some actual, like, you get it, you got it, we're good. Okay. Anyhow, anyway, the final two that we have here, the first one that we have is Earth Anchor, Earth Vortex, and Platinum. Again, this is hilarious because the Indigo Platinum came in here. We have empowerment, remembering, and your legacy. Like I said, it's somebody within that DNA or like the DNA of it. You're like, or yeah, or okay. And legacy is more than just, thank you, that's lineage. Legacy is what you are, like I said, leaving behind, your book, your story. You could be writing a book. You could be creating a story. You could be creating a show. You could be creating those new habits with children if you have kids. And that's why I brought up a lot of the younger things and things that I said. So you could be learning that with yourself. Like, this is how I was treated as a child, and I do not like it. This is why me and my sibling was in there talking shit about our mom, because I didn't like the way that she did that. I didn't like the way that she reacted. I don't like the way that she spoke, so it's like, I'm not going to do that. And so it's rearranging even that legacy. And it's stuff like this still kid, but it's a legacy of recognizing when I go to their house, probably other kids go to their house, like, your legacy of being known of comfort, of that nurturing energy, of like that understanding energy. And whether you have kids or not, you also have this very understanding, nurturing energy about you. Kids can be very significant, and you probably want to, like, okay, what is going to happen to my kids? Because you feel like, okay, life is life, and I don't know, so it's all going to work. I'm seeing, oh my God, what is it? A trust fund. I'm hearing some of you have been wanting to create a trust fund. And so that's coming in for you as well. A lot of abundance, businesses opening, a lot of, like I said, these projections that you have been seeing in your mind eyes, like, coming out. And now everybody else is able to see it, because it's typically how a projector works. It's like, okay, now it's in this little device. Not many people can see it in any at all. But once I put it in this device, everybody can. Everybody can. And I feel like that's why I said it's like, I ain't got the jewelry, I got the jewelry in me. And now people are able to see how you adorn yourself, how you adorn your home, how you adorn all these things, because of how you have been changing, being authentic, being aligned, activating yourself, healing yourself, respecting yourself, cleansing your energy continuously, so that way it can move that way for this empowering, this remembering of yourself and others remembering you. The final card that we have, baby, it would not be a Sagittarius new moon without a little bit of motherfucking luck. Without a little bit of motherfucking luck. And look at the top. I cannot make this shit up. It wouldn't be real. It wouldn't be authentic. And it wouldn't be as motherfucking fun. Because now I can just say, which I told you. Now, but that's the best part, is when you follow the story along, it leads to this energy. We have gold, and we got 4-leaf clover, we got good luck, we got happiness, we got abundance, because it was already abundant inside of you. That's it. My little pimple part just coming up. But that's it. That's all. That is it. That's all. And I will leave the links for these down below, but I will be playing them at the end. I'm not going to play them now because I have more cards to pull, but I want it to be a great way to close it out. So I will be playing these at the end of the video, okay? Because I know some people possibly don't like the sound and the way that it comes through the speakers from another speaker. So, forewarning, that's how it's going to work, already? But this abundance is more so than that. And I probably said that for a reason as well, because and yeah, you got some of you have to listen to this on your own for sure, for sure. And they are free to listen to, so no worries. But it's this energy, yeah, you're just stepping into it. You were just stepping into it, honey. You were just stepping into it. It's hilarious because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about alien circles, and it's this extraterrestrial energy, this abundant energy, this woo, expansion energy. Like I said, you felt confined because I kept saying freedom, liberation, and what is it? I mean, man, it is so. Baby, bend it over. Nothing could you breathe. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this here. Let's see. Spirit said, take that top card. Just to show them. Just to show them you that. Just to show them that you that, they that this is their energy. Okay, the candle is lit from your energy. Okay, because we got Abalone, Neptune gold. What did I say? I said extraterrestrial energy with the abundance. Extraterrestrial is outside of our galaxy, essentially our realm of world, Earth, right? And the last thing we got, Earth anchor, Earth vortex, leaning to platinum over here, Neptune. It's like everything is leading up to a story. Everything you thought was a setback launched you forward. Everything that you thought was a delay was actually a demand for being seen, a demand for your blessings, honey. Yes, but even with the space, this Neptune gold. Come on. Come on. We also got magical freedom ceremony. I could end the fucking reading there. Will I? No, because Spirit said that we're not done. But freedom, and I kept saying it feels like liberation. Freedom, wanting to let loose, free excitement. You feel confined. You feel like you have to do things. You feel conflicted. You're not sure if it's gonna work. Whatever it is. Oh, honey, bunches of oats. That was good. I can't wait to hear them sounds, child. I cannot wait to hear them sounds, child. They did not go together well. Let's start that over again. I'm hearing bread box. I know that is an old term for money, so that can be a sign. I'm hearing, oh my God. It's Soul Food, a Christmas movie. Anyways, it is in my eyes. But I'm seeing that scene from Soul Food where I think it was the uncle comes out, the older uncle. I don't remember. He was a part of the family. He was always up in the room. He came out with that TV and had all that money in there. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I'm seeing like old money, again, this legacy, again, this trust fund, again, this like wealth, this unprecedented, wasn't expecting it type of wealth. But yeah, it's like something, that's the scene that I'm seeing, this soul food energy. It was like, oh my God, she got all that money in there. You know, it's kind of giving that like, okay, shit. Which I always felt so weird because why the fuck did you have Terry paying for that shit and you was able to pay off the house your entire, like, what the fuck is that? How you was gonna keep the family together? I mean, anyway, that could be a sign for somebody, but that shit me up and then you have to never fucking man. Anyways, oh my God. You know what's so funny that I'm saying this family drama with the soul food along with the TV and the money coming, and I guess is they have me also pull this card, these deck, which is the hidden truth deck. So it could be something, and again, look at that. It looks like the fucking cards. I forgot. I think that's the Macabre. I think that's the Macabre sign. If I'm not mistaken, look it up. I'm pretty sure I'm right because I researched it enough and whatnot, and I had a necklace like it. But I'm pretty sure that is the Macabre. The little, it's like the frequency of the universe or something like that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, oh, y'all life is aligning. If you were skeptical or scared, or if this year has not been the best, if the last 4 years have not been the best out here, it's time. Yes, honey. We got surrender to the divine, full moon energy. Like I said, it's a revelation coming in. New moons are about starts, beginnings, creating in the void, not being able to see what to expect. But Spirit is like, nah, fuck that. We turn the light on full ram. I want them to see, and it's not even like they're turning the light on. They're just turning you on. They're amplifying you. Like I said, this projection energy. It's like that prism where you put a light through and then boom, it brings out other lights. It's like that's your energy. Again, this extraterrestrial terrestrial energy happening here. It is so potent and powerful. And it's like I almost want to say, like, how dare you question the divine? How dare you question God that anything would ever work out or not work out for you when they love you, they fuck with you. You are their child. Are they not gonna? And that's why kids keep coming, because they're like, you also are somebody's child, and we're gonna treat you as such, and you deserve to be taken care of. And so it's like, how dare you take these outside circumstances and limit us? Because now you also limiting you. Get it together. Okay. And I feel like you was like, are you right? I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. And you're getting it together, be loving on yourself, taking care of yourself, thinking about yourself. Right? Oh. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I had a friend that, I like to, I just tell it on my friends, take care of yourself first. I even told people, like, if you can't be friends with me no more because of how I'm treating you in any sort of way, and it seems like it can't be communicated, whatever it is, or you can't be in proximity for yourself, whatever it is, you can excommunicate me, but I always advocate, for people to take care of themselves, think of themselves first. And I always like to use the cliche, if a plane is going down, you're going to always have to put on your mask first, because you can't be passed out and putting on somebody else's mask. It's just impossible. And so I would advocate for my friend, because they had a kid. I'm like, you are going to be your name first. That's who you are. It goes your name, then you're somebody's daughter, then or you're somebody's mom, then or you're somebody's wife, or you're somebody's sister, but it's always going to be you are something. You always have to come first. But if you're not prioritizing yourself, how are you even going to be able to be engaged in these relationships properly? Right? And so it's this sense, when you surrender to the divine, you have to recognize that's a relationship that you have to surrender to properly, that you have to be involved in. When you start putting yourself first, everybody else is going to start having to match that as well. And not saying that they're choosing you over them, but they're also prioritizing that, right? And recognizing that. So when she's like, hey, not right now, I can understand that, because she understands it for me. And also with her having that capacity as having children, when she would say no or put in those boundaries, it also allowed her daughter to also set up her own boundaries and be like, no, not right now. No, I don't want to hug. No, I don't want to play right now. Her daughter now knew boundaries, that she didn't need to be around people all the time. And she understood space. She was like, okay, I'm going to be me first. And then, because it allows that. So it's a sense of when you're around people that also want to instill that in you and or push that or support that, it's going to open up more doors to be navigating to more than just you, but to those around you, those under you. Thank you. Actually, maybe your boss, but it's this sense of changing that. And so when you're able to reconstruct, to remold, reshape, re-love, re-hug, remove, whatever it is within yourself, it allows you to be a whole lot more present in those relationships. And I feel like when you're surrendered to the divine, it's like, okay, these are not just happenstance chances happening in my life. These are true things, true moments, true powers of destiny that are happening and shaping for me. So with this surrender to divine, it's really pulling into, like, we're going to give you all the answers that you need, so that when you move into this next chapter, you are full and well equipped. But it also took me off guard because it says, attune with the moon, I'm getting the answers I need. Like I said, I feel like you guys have already been creating. You guys have already been shifting. You guys have already been moving. And this new moon is just giving you the answers on how to do that. If you've been like worried about traveling plans, how am I going to get there? How are they going to get to me? How is this going to work out? Or if you want to worry about moving, am I going to get a place? Am I going to be accepted in time? Am I going to be able to move out in time to the place? Is it going to be set up? Am I going to get the job? Am I going to get it's like these things, like everything that you have been, like I said, kind of, it's like now that you're easing yourself, like, okay, either way I'm going to get the answer, either way they're going to let me know, either way I'm going to get an outcome, either way I already, have a backup plan, because with this Virgo energy kick on, I already got a backup plan. So it's like, why stress and mold my energy to the stress instead of molding my energy to the calm, to the stability of what is known and unknown, right? So I am getting the answers I need. Additional meanings I wish you made may be about to come true. A lot of 1111 wishes. Like I said, the four-leaf clovers, that luck, that expansion of the Jupiter. This also being the Sagittarius new moon. So imagine Sagittarius energy is already exalted in Cancer energy, which is the moon. So this is an exalted new moon of the final moon, and it's also around winter solstice as well. Thank you, excuse me. So this power, this energy, this shift, this change is like, there's nothing that is, nothing's gonna stop us. No, like some days, gonna stop us now, which is hilarious. I say equilibrium. Look at this, page 33. It says it's make or break it time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Like I said, breathe deep and stay calm. Like I said, I was feeling anxiety, but I was like, let me breathe. Let me calm myself down real quick. Let me relax. Okay. It says you may need to forgive someone to release negative energy, or remove someone, or release yourself by forgiving yourself. And it's time to let go of the past and move on. It says this is a powerful card. Like I said, this is a powerful card because you are potent energy. You are powerful people. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Back into the energy like nothing ever happened. So surrendering and allowing this to open up. This is an avenue to abundance. Okay. This can be, like I said, it's a new idea. It's like you already been creating and setting something up. It could be, oh, shame. Some, like I said, some accidental money, some accidental windfall. It's almost like that soul food scene. Like you didn't expect this family member, or you didn't expect this business to go through, or it's like you sent an old email and you forgot about it for like a brand or a company to work for, or it was like a project idea that you had to set up and you were just looking for an investor. It's something where it's like, I wasn't expecting this to happen, but it does, and it did. This was in between. It says this was in between, because you know me, I like to drink tea, and sometimes I just popping in places. It says the only thing that can limit you is believing that you are limited. Become limitless. Even down to the shit that's in between the cards is aligned for you. It's like everything, if you're wondering why everything's happening so quickly, it's like, this is not the time to second guess it. This is literally, I thought that was Ruhi on the other side. This is literally God, Spirit, your ancestors saying, no, this is it. This is the moment of ease. This is the moment you have been prepping for. This is the moment you have been creating. That literally, I sneeze so hard I can't want my nose ring. So you have been waiting for this. You have been ready to receive this and open your life to this. Let's see what you're removing and adding in. I share. See what we're removing and adding in once you surrender to the divine. And you sometimes, like, swear, sometimes they literally like have to stop a message from going through for me, or stop me from being able to go somewhere, or like I literally can't speak, or I literally can't say anything. It's like things like, because I say things on myself. I'll just say one as an example. I heard an extra ringing in my ear. That's crazy. Say things to myself like, I surrender to the divine. I truly take the back seat. You are now in the front seat and the passenger. Okay? My ancestors in God got the front seat and the passenger. I'll be in the back seat. Let me know once we get there. Let me know once you need me to take over. And that's essentially what happens. I say something, depending on those lines of just be like, hey, I'm going to take the back seat. Like, y'all can take the front seat. I don't even want to be in a passenger, because the passenger got to control the music. And right now, okay, I need y'all to do that. Yeah, so it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in. And these cards, it was like it was sliding out. Yeah, you guys have been having plans for some while. Like I said, you guys have been in this creative energy. We have, can we please make plans to get together soon? Like I said, some of you sent out an old email. It could be a brand deal, it could be a job, it could be a friend that you want to collab with, or it's something where somebody's reaching out to you, like you have reached out to them first, and they possibly see it, and then they start going to your page, or they, they hear about you from other people, or whatever it is. But it's something where it's like you can really line up with the saturating that date as well. Um, if you have Sag placements, but it's definitely lined up with the Sag energy of just being like, can we get together soon? Like this spontaneous, I want to learn, I want to be inquisitive, I want to get this experiential knowledge, and you have something I want to get this experiential knowledge with. So definitely coming in here for you. Yeah, we have a sage advice coming in here. Like I said, I feel like this is your ancestors, God, Rita, Rita, oh, this can be needy. This can be, whomsoever forth you put your energy and belief in. But this sage advice is, like I said, is extraterrestrial. Once you continue to ground yourself and ready to accept not being limitless, it pulls it in. So we have sage advice. I've been thinking about your situation, and I'd like to offer a fresh perspective. They've been working and moving on the back end. That's why they've been wanting you to do what you need to do on the front end, because they're finna say, hey, we're finna take over, and we're gonna just drive you here. Go ahead, pick that up. It's like I'm seeing somebody, it's their birthday, and like you have a friend taking you to all the spots to get the free stuff. All you gotta do is sit around, look pretty, get free shit. It's my birthday. And I don't know who it came from, but it's what's that? If I was born today, today would be my birthday. So it's kind of that energy. Like I don't know who said that, so sorry, but I didn't say it. But it's kind of that energy. It's where it's like today is your birthday because you keep being reborn, you keep being rebirth. You went through so many shifts, tower moments, changes, betrayals, setbacks, denials, hiccups, losses, terminations, so many things. I'm hearing even stagnation, boredom. What is that rhythmic monotonous routine that kind of just felt deafening to self and to energy. So yeah, a lot of things are changing here for you. We have honesty, great news, and reconnection. So honesty, I will be truthful and transparent in all interactions, even when it may be difficult. We have the great news, well, reconnection. Sorry, I know it's been a while, but I miss you being in my life. And then we have great news. I have something amazing to tell you. So it could have been somebody that, it's crazy because I literally said, if I tell my friends that they need to separate themselves to recoup themselves, that is completely understandable. And I feel like that's kind of what the energy is for this here, is that somebody just had to separate themselves to kind of recuperate themselves. And so they're coming back, and it's not in a way of being like, everything's going to be hunky dory, but they want to share news with you, and they're going to be honest about why they went away, what happened, and you don't need to continue. I'm hearing continue to bridge the gap. I'm guessing for some, or bridge the gap at all. But yeah, you can just be like, hey, that's great news, and keep pushing. Or you ain't gonna hear the great news at all if you don't want to. But it doesn't feel like um, you guys left on bad terms. You just kind of like you're in a different spot in energy at this moment in time. And it's like, okay, I got my own good news to think about, not somebody that ain't been here. No offense to them, or maybe who knows? I shake. But we have envy and unfriendly. They are bringing out the people that have been envious, that have been unfriendly, that have been bitter, that have been resentful, that have been lying, that have been sneaky, which is crazy because if you remember, I did a reading a while back that said in December, sneaky little bitches will be coming out. I literally said in December because I got the time cards. I put sneaky little bitches will be coming out. So the fact that you're getting the full moon accumulation. Your plans are being revealed because people are coming in. We've been whispering in people's ear. We've been up in people's corner. And they have been putting people that are obedient to God your way. They are obedient to God. I remember I was following somebody, I believe her name is Cheryl, and she she goes around in like Las Vegas and California, and she feeds the homeless and things of that sort. Shout out to her, love her. And she was like, I'm not anything special. I'm just obedient. I listen to God. I have a relationship with God. And so that is why he puts me in places and people in front of me, because he knows I'll be obedient. And so it's just this sense of recognizing You've been around people that they did. How do I want to put this? They just this. They're this and more. I have a hostile attitude. And we have, I will seek to undermine your successes as a means of elevating my own standing. They don't like your light because I'm going to say it, fuck it. They don't like your light because they don't have one. They feel like they snuffed it out, either they snuffed it out a long time ago. And so they're trying to keep blow the flames of the ember, but they feel like there isn't light, but everybody got a light inside themselves, but they feel like they snuffed it out a long time ago, or it's in the back room and they poking it, keeping it in the corner, whatever. That's why. But you go through shit, experience shit, see shit, smell shit, you know, and admit through some things, but you come out with an understanding of, okay, that was my life. That is what I experienced, and this is what I got out of it: lessons, understandings, new friendships, new connections, losses, old ways, a new degree depending on how low I was feeling. So it's this sense of taking that in, and so recognize that. And I'm here while looking at this card, you have nothing to apologize for, and you need to ask for more, because this is your energy. I'm sorry, I need to apologize for what I did. And that's why in the beginning I said that story of like, no, calm down, like it's okay. I'm not leading myself with shame to correct the energy. It's kind of like somebody yelling at you. I used to tell my little brother, I'd be like, you can't get mad at me for doing something when you never told me that you didn't want me to do it in the first place. It's like you're trying to correct me when you never gave me information in the first place. So now you're trying to correct information that was never fully given. You can't correct what can't be corrected until it actually fucks up. Then it's like, okay, let me correct it. But it's like you're getting mad at the child for putting his hand on the stove and it never knew not to put his hand on the stove. Now you're like, you should know better. It's like, how should I know better? You did not tell me. And so it's leading with this energy. Like, you don't have to say sorry. You're experiencing life for the first time. And even if you're going through a cycle, you are experiencing life for the first time. You are still trying to balance your energy, calm it down, love on self, discover self, be authentic with self, without trying to give too much, but without trying to keep, a balance. And so it's like, Spirit is like, you don't need to say sorry. You don't need to apologize. You don't need to do that. Okay? We also have small favor. I'm hoping you can help me with something small. Like, again, this is you guys. Spirit is saying small. Small. No, ask for more. No, man, just say, hey, can I have this? It's like it reminds me, I always like to say, I'm going to be as open to receiving abundance as my cat is that he knows I'm going to feed him. As soon as he meows, he knows he's going to get some food or some love, some cuddles, some scratches, whatever it is. He knows that's all he has to do. And if I can't do it, I'm like, hey, not right now, rookie, not right now. But he knows that. And it's like you have this connection with spirit, this understanding with spirit. And it's like, that. So no, they got you. And I'm also hearing, don't expect yourself to always be doing stuff for them. If you are an Abrahamic religion, you have to do tithes. Why are you tithing and not expecting something back? If you are somebody that has an altar, because it's not just, in hoodoo that has altars. It's lots of religions that have altars. So if you have an altar, why are you giving to your altar, coming to us, giving us what we want, and you don't expect to get what you want? Why are you coming to the temple, giving offerings, your time and your energy, praying, and not expecting something? And not saying like, well, I'm only giving this to expect this, but you're thinking too small. You don't have a debt to pay to exist, to live, to be here, to be present. All you have to do is be you authentically. Chakra awakening, alignment, authenticity. All you have to do is be you. That's why the first card that you got is Rose Quartz, because it's about your emotional healing of respecting and loving yourself, so that you are worthy of these things. And the Sagittarius new moon is going to rock you. Okay? Sagittarius new moon in Western astrology, it would be Scorpio new moon in Vedic astrology. So this death, this rebirth, this tying in, this results of information that was once hidden lines up as well. This eighth and ninth house energy is quite in play for you. So I'm excited. They're getting rid of these people, these energies. They are amplifying your plans to be seen in front of the right people, to be heard, to be recognized. Okay, something can go viral. You can get that. What does they call those checks? It's like you were expecting, like you did. What do they call those things? Like you did a show a while ago and then you keep getting money for it. I think it's residual. Whatever. It's something like that. Like you've been waiting for something to kick in for something that you did a while ago. And now you're expecting a check in the mail. Expect a check in the mail. I say. But it's a lot of things. Stop asking for small things. You don't even like small. You like the grander. You like it. And you're probably like, no, no, no. You probably, got a collection. Like, no, no, no. This is my collection. This is something. Everybody has something that they feel is of a worth of value, and it is grandeur or big expectations for their life. Because any expectation that you have for yourself is a big one. So accept it. It ain't gotta be like everybody else's. It ain't gotta be. I don't even know the difference between cars. Ask my friends. I really fucking don't. Point A to people, but some people are like, I need the G26F50. Your ambitions, goals, dreams, aspirations, plans are as big as you need them to be because it's your life. So step into that. Let's get into these frequencies because, baby, the blessings, the love, the love. What you say? Is this the card at the bottom? A win-win outcomes forecast, that Libra energy, and have faith in your dreams right under it. Come on now. Like I said, everything is literally aligning. Everything. It's gonna be like that when Spirit is hilarious. In movies when I keep finding money everywhere too. Like in my stuff, like, oh, I have money in here. Oh, I have money here. I got money here. So that could also be a sign. Like I said, it's like that soul food scene. Just they have money. They have that. It's something where it's like, oh, that got figured out. That got done. But oh, Spirit. Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, I lost track. What was I saying? Oh my God. It'll come back. It'll come back if needed. But let's get into these frequencies. That's so crazy because as soon as the channel come in, it can go out. But thank you, Spirit. If it needs to remember, it'll be there. Let's grab my phone. My affirmation says, I accept my emotions and allow myself to feel them fully. Then my vocabulary word is superficious or superficious. The outer surface is something. You're in the first card. What did you get? Emotional healing. You're going to the depths of your emotions. You're not just going to the surface. You are accepting who you are, accepting that you feel emotions, angry, sad, happy, and kind of like that. It kind of reminds me as I'm pulling up my camera to do the screen thing. It kind of reminds me of when I used to, My Little Pony used to be a guilty pleasure for me. When I first started really watching it, getting into it, and engrossed in it and all that stuff, it used to be a guilty pleasure for me. I'm like, cute. Sorry. It used to be a guilty pleasure. And I feel like guilty pleasures are things that you feel guilty that make you feel pleasurable, that make you feel happy, that make you feel good. Sometimes a guilty pleasure when I was growing up was that I used to read books. Like I loved it, but it wasn't the cool thing. It wasn't the great thing. It wasn't, it's the, it ain't even like the cool thing because I never really wanted to be cool. I didn't really want to be anyhow, anyway. But it's like, it's in that sense of recognizing how that works. Is just like, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this up for the first one. Because I don't feel guilty about that making me feel pleasurable. I love My Little Pony, bitch. We can talk about it all day. But we're going to go ahead and start with the first one, okay? That one was 44 seconds. Let's go ahead. I'm going to create a folder for these so that way to make it a lot easier. Do sounds. That way once I pull up the next one, I can just add it in there. Okay. Now I want to do them in order of how they were lined up, not how they were received. So the next one we'll be doing is the ancient chi Tibetan copper. Okay. Let's go ahead and scan it. Okay. And then also heard like these all kind of sound the same. It don't sound the same to your body. Okay? It does not sound the same to your body. If you ever seen water on speakers, it don't even react the same depending on it ain't even the volume, it's the frequency. And your body is made up of water. It's feeling this change of frequency. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this final one for the middle card. Thank you. It is charcoal. Felt a little bit shorter. I don't know if that was just me, but they're all hilariously 44 seconds. But that one felt a little bit shorter to me. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm trying to keep them in order. Then we'll go to the beginning, which is indigo platinum here. Okay, that was the indigo platinum. Next, we have the Moldavite. Okay. Mm. And I forgot to mention as well that the candle this entire time has been standing up strong, almost like somebody's holding it at its tip. Like when I say your light inside of you is crazy, like it every now and again to move. If I'm obviously making a move, but other than that, it's like erect, okay, highly erect. Um, so this letter letting me know like it's almost like you are, like I said, the pyramid. And everybody know anything about the pyramids, again going back to the carver. So a lot of um, ancient Egypt, ancient temple type energy as well. But it is really pulling into this ancient type power that you have. Like I said, very primordial, very potent power that is very significant in how you are altering your life. That candle, yeah, well heard. Let's go ahead and pull you up. Ah, Bitch, I know you lying. Thank you. Okay. Go. Sorry, this is Earth Anchor, Earth Vortex, and Platinum. Okay. Hmm. Our final two here, coming to a close with the reading. I haven't done a long reading in a long ass time. This reading is long as fuck. I hope y'all fucking enjoy because I did. This reading was okay. It's a little all over the place, and all over the place is what it was, and I loved it. Saturation. This is golden 4-leaf clover. Okay. Final one here. And then I'll go ahead and close it out with some final messages. I said it like a preacher. Close it out with some final messages. I did feel like my grandma. Shouts out to you, grandma. Love you. We have Abalone, Neptune, Gold, and Platinum here. I can hold it any longer. But that was the last one. Okay. Again, I will have the links to all of these down below, including the names and the information. Because if you know, I like to leave you with information as well that you can take with you later, not just the reading itself. And I'll also put this down below as well, because again, it just popped out and that was just so cute to me. But this has been your reading, you guys. I don't think I'm gonna be doing another one tonight. But I should be seeing you guys tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Sunday. But I fuck with y'all. Hopefully y'all fuck with me. I love you. Love yourselves more. Have an amazing new fucking moon. Burn something. Don't burn anyone. But yeah, till next time.